This week on Big Boys TV, we are turkey hunting in our home state of northern Michigan. Every year, my dad and I take out new hunters that have always been interested in hunting, but have never hunted in the past. So to start things off, my dad is taking out his good friend Bob to get his first turkey.
All right, well, I'm with Bobby Katz, a great friend of mine that I met in Florida. We've probably been friends, since a year and a half or so, down in Florida. Yeah. And we just hit it off, and our wives hit it off, and told him that we're obsessed with hunting. He's from Connecticut and has been practicing dentistry for many years and never had anybody kind of introduce him to hunting. So I asked him if he wanted to come here and turkey hunt, and he jumped all over that. And so we're going to pattern the gun. Just picked him up literally an hour and a half ago at the airport, and ready to go. Any anticipation here?
Looking forward to it.
The only drawback to a hunter outside of Michigan is that non-resident tag is expensive.
What are you gonna do?
It's worth it.
Yeah.
You're only gonna spend maybe $20 a pound for this turkey.
Awesome.
So I'll be ranging it, but that'll shoot out an easy 50 yards. What you want to do is you want to get your shoulders get as a wide tree so that you're just
you don't jolt back,
and also you blend in.
Right.
Because if I sit out here in the wide open, then I'm moving my head, and they're like, "That's not a tree." And then see how I put this elbow on this knee, and then I just pull it up, and there's going to be green fiber optic here to them, and then an orange one down there, and you want to line them up so that they're all flush, and then put it right on the base of that neck right there, and then just squeeze the trigger. I mean, he would be in so much trouble.
Oh boy.
You got one here and here. Yeah. So I mean, the pattern, you might have pulled a little bit. All right, well, we just finished with Bobby. Did a great job. We went 20, then we went out to 40, patterned well, put big rounds in it so you know what to anticipate, not just a bird shot.
Good kick.
It is. You can probably still feel it, can't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You won't feel it when you're in the heat of the moment with the turkey.
Yeah.
But when you're practicing, you can feel it.
Yeah,
That's not what they use when you're shooting skeet.
Right.
They use little baby loads, because you're shooting 50 rounds at a time.
Yes.
We're gonna go out. We're gonna go as far out as my area is, and then we're gonna work our way back, all the way back in, maybe even to this property. And we've got turkeys located. I got guys out looking right now. And of course we have trail cameras. We use those a lot to know the pattern of them. And especially for an afternoon hunt, folks, if you're going to get into turkey hunting, a lot of times you need to know their pattern. That helps you the most in the afternoon. Obviously they're going to gobble in the morning on the roost most of the time, but in the afternoon you got to pattern them. So we get Bobby out on his very first hunt, and we'll get some excitement going here.
When we return, they head out to find a tom for Bob.
This segment brought to you by Whitetail Institute. Research equals results.
My dad is taking out his good friend Bob to get his first turkey. They just located a group of toms, and they're going to try to make a game plan to get one of these toms on the ground.
About 50.
Huh?
It's about 50.
Don't move too much. I have to shoot it over my I'm gonna hold. I don't know if there's enough opening there. I'll let you know. It's not good yet. You might have to make them shoot them.
Unfortunately, these toms were just out of range and walked off, ending their first night. The next morning, they headed out to a spot that frequently had birds and got set up in a blind.
We're in
Northern Michigan here, and Bobby Katz came all the way from Connecticut yesterday afternoon to turkey hunt, and we're gonna try to get on some birds. I'm just watching out here. It's just getting daylight here, folks, and we're in a edge of a swamp, which they like, with high woods or hardwoods above it, and we've got a rye field right in front of us, and it's about the only rye field out here in this neighborhood. And they've been coming in here, strutting and eating. We've had some deer in here, little pond over here. So we're hoping that Bobby can get a chance at one here and whack one. If not, then we'll just keep moving around.
Swear we hear something behind us. We haven't heard anything but maybe a drumming or something coming. Maybe a hand. Hoping. See what happens. Listen. Listen.
All of a sudden, they had a group of turkeys running right in.
His head. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Oh, he's got a big old beard. Hold him up, let me see what you got. What do you think about that, Bobby?
Well, I'm shaking.
It was nuts. You saw how close it was. We put that blind up, and we could have reached out and grabbed them almost. And those toms, when the hens came in, you're like, there's hens on board. There's got to be toms behind them. And boy, it didn't take long, and they were there.
They were right on them.
And I'm like, you can see they're pecking my decoys. They're destroying them. And it's a good thing we put those out. And what are you gonna have?
I'm not gonna have tagged soup.
What an awesome hunt for Bob. I think we can officially say that he is hooked. Don't go anywhere. When we return, we take out some more hunters to fill their tags.
Now infused with a LimiShield, Hunter Safety System introduces the first ever scent control harness. Keeps you safe and kills human odor while you kill, well, you get the picture. See Odor Die at seeodordie.com.
Okay, what we're gonna do here, folks, is right behind this trailer, there's a bunch of toms. They don't know we're here yet. We're gonna get these guys set up, get the decoy set up. We already got that one actually set up, and we're gonna try to call them in and see if they come in. It's kind of a weird spot. It's an old deer trailer that they use for deer hunting up here. We're gonna try to call them right in here.
that for a double, you guys. There we go. We came up here, snuck over the top, saw a Jake and 5 longbeards, and set that decoy up, and boy, they come running in and charged in. And after you shot yours,
yeah, Trevor stood right up.
Yeah, Trevor just stood right up. I lifted the camera up because they were all beating up on yours.
Nothing better than a good double. Our next hunter is our local judge, Collin Hunter. After sighting in the gun, they head out after some birds.
We just pulled up. We got a few minutes here, but we had birds that were coming this way, and so we're gonna try to crawl up here on them and get it. And hopefully they're gonna come to. There's a little water hole up here that I think they might be coming to get a drink. So we're gonna try to get up there and get on them, and try to keep from shaking too much. It's pretty chill. We got a turkey. We got a turkey coming right over this hill. We just saw. We drove all the way around here. We just got set up. I could just see the top of his van coming. We have no time to get the decoy out any farther.
This Tom followed the hen in perfectly to about 20 yards, and Collin got ready for the shot.
It was awesome.
Freezing cold, arms shaking, but now I'm warm.
I know. I could see him moving, and I could just
Holy
see.
cow, is right on the far edge where I could even keep sitting.
Good job, man.
Heck yeah, man.
That
Thanks.
was awesome.
It's great.
Congrats, Collin, on an awesome bird. That setup couldn't have gone any better.
This segment brought to you by Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
So far, we've had an awesome turkey season. Our next hunter is our local pastor. My dad took him out last year but was unable to fill his tag, but this year he had some great success.
We snuck in here. We had 2 birds in front of us, and we bumped them off the 2-track, and we're hoping they're gonna come in and feed in this little food plot area here. Just gotta wait and see here. The only problem is when you're in a blind, you know, you can't just run and gun like we're used to, so you gotta just be patient, and that can be tough sometimes for some people.
The 2 birds they bumped coming in came back out, and one of those birds was a huge tom.
Just relax. Don't move. He's gonna go right to you. Do you see him yet? No. Don't shoot the strap. Just make sure it's strong enough. He's gonna come check out the decoys. Wait till he gets away from my decoy. Just wait. Oh, right there. There you go. I can't.
The tom moves out of the frame, and my dad forgets to move the camera. But Pastor Scott made a perfect shot, and this tom is down.
You punch him right there if you shoot for his head. Way up at him. Good job.
Oh, and I didn't move the camera. Well, what just happened?
I just got me a turkey.
Okay, folks, sorry about that. I didn't get this freaking kill shot. That's not like me. Oh.
But it was still great.
But the reason I didn't, as you can see, he would not lift his head
No,
up.
he wouldn't.
And I kept clucking to him. I'm trying to film and do this at the same time, and
and he would not lift his head up, and he just kept going away from us. So I'm focused on trying to get him to lift his head up, and I wasn't moving the camera, but as soon as you shot, I swung the camera to him and got him flopping all over the place. This is an absolute giant turkey. For a first turkey, everybody would want this no matter how many turkeys they've shot. Nice, beautiful spurs on here, and that usually indicates age. Sharp, he was a fighter. I mean, and that's how they fight with those spurs. And then his beard is just an absolute giant. Look at this, folks. Would you look at that? That is gonna be an easy 10 inches, but better. It is just huge. That's kind of like the rack on a buck for us turkey hunters, that and the spurs.
That was a huge bird. Congrats to Pastor Scott. Now let's move on to the next hunter. We are in the turkey blind tonight with Christy. She bought a hunt with the Michigan Safari Club, and this is her first time turkey hunting. She's hunted in Africa and done some other hunting before, but never had the opportunity to turkey hunt. So we're out here, we got the decoys all set up, been watching these birds for the last couple weeks. So now we're just gonna be patient and hope that a nice bird comes in. Her husband is also hunting with my dad and Trevor tonight. So hopefully we'll get a couple birds on the ground. How are you feeling about tonight?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Are you excited to be out here turkey hunting for the first time?
Most definitely.
Yeah. The first few days were a struggle to get an opportunity at a tom. Every time we'd get set up and think it was going to work out, something would go wrong. But finally, on the last day, Christy had an opportunity at a mature tom. Well, it's been quite the day today. We've been hunting since 6:30 this morning and been on multiple birds and just haven't been able to make it happen. It's just crazy. These turkeys are really starting to drive us nuts, but we're in a new spot where they've been seeing the birds, and there was some toms just here when we got dropped off, so we're hoping that they'll just come right back. We'll see. It's been quite an experience, hasn't it?
A 360 everything, from belly crawling to being rained on.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Before we knew it, the toms that we scared off getting into the blind were coming back, and Christy got ready for the shot.
Here they come.
It's on the far left. Take whatever one you want.
Posted, I can't get up and help.
Right, that one that's popped up. Ready? You on that one?
Yes.
Susie, put this hand up. Oh, get this last one out to the left. Move slow. Slow. Right, I'm good. Nice shot.
You got him.
Nice shot. Great shot.
Thank you. Sweet Georgia Brown. That was a lot of work, but incredibly awesome.
Good job.
Thank you.
Oh man, what a day. What a day. Beautiful first turkey, congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Beautiful bird, it has been quite the day. We've been all over the place trying to get her first turkey. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We've been hunting since 6 o'clock this morning. We finally got it done. How was that?
Yeah, we stalked in the woods, got moved a few times, and then we just got to this blind, and we were here all of 5 minutes.
Yeah, and they came. We had a feeling they'd come back, and so we just drove in, spooked them real quick, and it wasn't 5 minutes, and they were back. She made a great shot on him, dropped him right in his tracks. Christy's husband Ron was also able to fill his tag on a great tom. Another awesome turkey season in the books. Thanks for watching. Make sure and tune in next week and stay up to date with everything we do in the outdoors on social media and at bigboystv.com. I don't know how my mom married you.
No. Look at that. Look at the fur everywhere.
And then if you could fall, it'd make a good blooper.
I want you to be able to see us too in there. Hey, you guys, you got to see us. Come on.